A very good evening from the Bishan Stadium for this blockbuster clash in the AIA Singapore Premier League. It is the Lion City Sailors up against Hougang United. It is the first midweek fixture since the restart of the AIA Singapore Premier League. 3 matches being currently tonight. The big one here, Lion City Sailors up against United, while at OTH, Tampines Rovers take on Young Lions, and Tanjong Pagar United facing off against Geylang International at the Jurong East Stadium. But 5th versus 4th in the league here at Bishan, and it is going to be a very interesting encounter as both teams will look to push up and put the pressure on Albrechts Niigata and Balestier Khalsa. In fact, for Hougang United, a win by 5 goals or more could see them go up to 2nd in the table. Well, that would be a shock if that were to happen. And Lion City Sailors, they'll move up a spot, but they will close the gap with Albrechts Niigata and Balestier Khalsa with a win of their own. Tampines Rovers, for their match against the Young Lions, have the opportunity to open a gap at the top of the table. The big talking point in this match, of course, is Stipe Plazibat, once a Hougang United player, now a Lion City Sailor. He's already scored 5 goals this season for Hougang United, but he's started like a house on fire and he is looking forward to bang in the goals. Former team or not, they have big ambitions here at Lion City Sailors. With a look at continental competition, if not in the AFC Cup, then certainly looking at being the best ranked top side in the AIA Singapore Premier League and looking for that AFC Champions League spot. But will Shaul Anwar fill in the boots of Stipe Plazibat? He's only had the 1 goal this season so far for the Cheetahs, and Clementio lamenting that he can't really put up his triple S up front in Shafiq, Shawal and Sahil. Sahil will miss the rest of the season through a cruciate ligament injury. So all the pressure here on Shaul Anwar, who will be part of a front three with Naufal Azmat and Fahan Zulkifli. Plenty of pace in the Hougang United team going forward, that is for sure. So it is the big one here at the Bishan Stadium. Both coaches know of the fact that 3 points so important, especially in this modified fixture list for the season. It's 3 rounds into 2. All the matches being played until December 5th. So every game really important, no time to rest. So all the pressure on the sides here to pick up the points. Let's hear how the 2 camps shape up ahead of this match, starting with Lion City Sailors head coach Aurelio Vidma.
Coach, first of all, you're on the back of a huge win against the Young Lions on Sunday, so morale must be pretty high within the squad. Will you be expecting another result today, a huge result today?
We'd like another 5-0 result today and every day, but look, it's a different set of circumstances today. We're playing a very strong team. They've had a very good start to the season, and it's a different challenge for us tonight.
Right. Stipe, of course, will be up against his former side. Do you think that will somehow play to your advantage tonight?
Well, obviously, it's always an interesting and a special moment when a former player plays against his former club. He has a lot of experience. I don't think this is going to faze him. He doesn't get emotional about these sort of things. He's a professional. He's with the Lion City Sailors now, and he knows he has to do a job here, and he'll try to do it. But they obviously know him as well, inside and out, as much as he knows their defenders inside and out. So I think it'll be an interesting battle.
Nice. And lastly, what do you think will be your biggest challenge tonight?
Well, it depends how they play. You know, they've had contrasting games against Tampines. They played a very defensive, deep block, which makes it very difficult. Last week was a completely different game against Tanjong Pagar. I'm probably predicting a game a little bit more like what they did against Tampines. So if that's the case, then penetrating is not going to be an easy thing for us. But something that we've worked on, and hopefully that can come to fruition tonight.
Coach, first of all, thoughts ahead of the game. How will you look to approach tonight?
I mean, we will still do what we have been doing and what we have done. It's basically the same as getting our team organized, more structured. Of course, playing against Lion City is it's a challenge. But of course, we are all looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah. Speaking of a challenge, we all know that your opponents tonight are pretty potent going forward. And I couldn't help but see, I saw your little embrace with Stipe earlier today. How have you set up your team to deal with the threat of him tonight?
Oh, I mean, yes, it was a very nice embrace. We have very good friendship off the field. But once he's on the field, the players knows what needs to be done. We know the strength of Stipe. We know the strength of Lion City. We have been watching them very closely, and of course we are very hopeful and confident that we can basically.
Yeah, Hougang United have been really organised since the restart. In the 2 matches that they have played since the restart, they have only conceded the 1 goal, that being against Tampines Rovers in that victory, 2-1 victory at OTH, but they did struggle in the weekend against Tanjong Pagar United. 0-0 there. They didn't fashion enough chances and they struggled, perhaps lacking a Stipe Plazibat, some might say, in their starting 11. Well, referee for today is Ahmad Akasha. He is leading the officials out in this staggered approach, as we will see for the remainder of the season, followed by the home side, Lion City Sailors, and then the away side, Hougang United. Hougang United will set up the same way as they have set up against Tampines Rovers. Indeed, the same way they set up against Tanjong Pagar United, with a back three and looking to exploit the wings using Nazrul Nazari and Hafiz Sujat. Confirmation that Ahmad Akasha is the referee in the middle. We have a look here at the Lion City Sailors making their way onto the pitch. It is a big one, and you do feel if they do have ambitions of winning the league this season, these are the type of games that they need to get the 3 points. They have invested heavily in this team, and it's time for the big boys to show up here, and it is a big lineup with big names for Lion City Sailors today. We'll get to the lineups a little later on as we await the arrival of Hougang United. And the Cheetahs will be led by Ridwan Barudin for the 3rd game in a row. He's done well in goal for the Cheetahs. And we will see there the likes of Fabian Kwaku gets a start today. Lionel Tan, Anders Aplin, and Zach Anderson making up that back three that has been solid so far. No problems for Clementio at the back. It is going forward and scoring the goals that has been the issue for them. And they'll place the faith in 2 youngsters, at least in the starting lineup, with a Singapore international thrown into the mix. We'll get to the lineups very, very shortly. No handshakes here, with the teams exchanging fist bumps, as is the case here, playing professional football amidst a global pandemic. Great work by everyone involved to get the professional season going here in Singapore and seeing out the season until the 5th of December. And we have a good referee in charge of today's match, the biggest of this midweek. Referee Ahmad Akasha is a very experienced referee, has been in the game for a very long time. He'll be assisted down the sidelines by J. Ashok Raj, and Alson Fu Farhad Muhammad will be the 4th official. All right, let's have a look at the Lion City Sailors. And in comes Shadan Sulaiman. He had a half an hour run out against the Young Lions, now fully fit to start in the match today. No Song Yong, he misses out completely, not even part of the matchday squad, so that will be a loss for Aurelio Vidma. But the main man, Stipe Plazibat, 9 goals for the season, 2 assists, and he will look to bang in the goals against his former side. For Hougang United, just the 2 changes for them. Shawal Anwar, he comes in for Shafiq Ghani, who is suffering with a little knock, won't be risked from the start by Clementio. And Naufal Azman, so impressive down the wing against Tampines Rovers, gets an opportunity to impress. It will be 3-4-3, Shawal Anwar leading the line with Naufal, and Farhan Zulkifli with the frightening pace of Farhan Zulkifli down the left wing. It'll be interesting to see how they fare. And have a look at number 35, Emerick Ong, making an appearance on the bench for Hougang United, back with the Cheetahs 9 years after making his debut at Hougang Stadium. So really looking forward to this one. And we talk about the big names by Lion City Sailors. How about Hassan Sani, Kaishu Yamazaki, Shadan Sulaiman, Hafiz Noor, Stipe Plazibat, Gabriel Quack. The names roll off the tongue. Can they produce the results? Clementio looking relaxed on the bench. I'm sure he'll be up on his feet. He's not so calm when the match does go on. Very animated character down by the sideline. One of the more colorful characters. Doesn't really show it in his pre-match interviews, but he is a very passionate coach. Cares very much about the team and about the game. So the Cheetahs, Hougang United, to kick us off here in their orange strip, attacking from right to left. The Sailors, the home side, in their white and blue. Really looking forward to this one as Shaul Anwar kicks us off. And very interesting to see how Hougang United will set up here. They played with a very, very low block against Tampines Rovers, almost waiting for the Stags to commit forward and then hit them on the counter. They did push on high against Tanjong Pagar United, but almost faced a similar setup to what they produced against Tampines Rovers. Can't play by Kaishu Yamazaki under pressure and gets away from Shaul Anwar. Nice to see Yamazaki back to full fitness as well. Early touch here for Saifullah. Here is Shadan, the former Tampines Rovers player. So close to winning Player of the Year last season. That was eventually given to Faris Ramli, who has gone to Pastures New in the Malaysian League. Yamazaki, Hougang United putting every man behind the ball when the Sailors get possession. Shadan to Gabriel. Looking for the run of Arshad, who's on side. Can he keep this in? Well, he'll struggle to. Well, he does, but it goes out for a throw-in to Hougang United. Nope. In fact, it goes out. Last touch off Hafiz Sujad, according to the assistant referee, down by the near touchline. And the Sailors will get a throw-in very, very deep into their opponent's half. Aurelia Vidmar, well, he's got them scoring goals, that's for sure. The Sailors, since the restart, Plazibat tries to turn Lionel Tan. Plazibat, not the only former Hougang United player to face off against his former side. Akari Abdullah at right back, who was the Cheetah back in the day as well. And Tan, Anderson and Applin had plenty of possession in the match against Tanjong Pagar United. They weren't really pressed from the off. A miscommunication here as Shaul Anwar tries to get ahead of Tajeli. And another deflection off what seemed to be a corner kick will go for a goal kick to the Sailors. Tajeli Selamat just couldn't deal with the situation, but eventually just saw it out. Nice to see Shadan, one of the better players in the AIA Singapore Premier League. Such a silky midfielder. A big coup from the Sailors to get him from Tampines Rovers. Here's Norfal trying to barge his way through. And Yamazaki makes up for his earlier error. Here's the Japanese defender, Saifullah. Tajeli. Akari. And he brings it into the opponent's half. In a good defensive shape, almost a back five when defending Hougang United. Akari. Patient. Yamazaki. Well, they try to attack down the left. Comes off and ricochets kindly for Hougang United. That was Hafiz Noor making the run in from the left. And Ridwan Barudin claims. Ridwan with a big kick. Good initial first touch there by Shawal, and a bit difficult for him with his small size, known for his speed and using his pace on the ground to go up and challenge the likes of Tajeli and Kaishu Yamazaki. Abdul Kaim, who started several games for the Sailors, on the bench today for the Sailors. Here is Shadan. Closed down by international teammate Shawal. Yamazaki. Nakyudin, who's having a run of games at left back, Ho Wailun all injured at the moment, so a chance for Nakyuden to impress. Fabian Kwok, another player looking to impress in the starting 11 today. Hougang United struggling with injuries. No Sahil. Anumantan also struggling with an injury, and he'll be out for a couple more weeks. Quack to Saifullah. Akari. Arshad does well to escape the attention of Hafiz Sujad. And the Bishan pitch cutting up a little bit here. In a couple of wet days here in Singapore. Hafiz Noor. He likes to play it safe to Saifullah. Here's Shadan, one touch to Hafiz Noor, tries to combine with Plazibat. Shawa, look how deep he's come to collect possession. Every cheetah in their own half. Shadan. To Plazibat, one touch to Gabriel Quack, who can shoot here from distance. Shanks it and doesn't trouble Ridwan. But it opened up nicely. Great one touch around the area. Referee Akasha having a word with Fanzo Kivli. Here's the little layoff by Plazibat to Gabriel Quack, who has 2 goals for the season. 2 goals in 2 games. Tan brings it out from defense, goes long. And he found it really difficult to find a teammate in a match against Tanjong Pagar United who defended really, really deep. Well, the Sailors look to be a bit more expansive than how the Jaguars shaped up, that's for sure. Saifullah, who's playing a little bit more deeper today for the Sailors. Nakyuden, Hafiz Noor. Saifullah collects. Not really being closed down here, the Sailors. And Hougang just letting them have possession. And they're happy to have it in the first 2/3 of the pitch. It's only when they come into the attacking part of the pitch, that's when they will really go aggressive and close down. Yamazaki looks for Plazibat. Well marshalled by Zach Anderson. No foul. Just waiting for options. Facing Nakyuden, up against Nakyuden and Kaishu Yamazaki. Keeping possession for a long period there. No foul, eventually losing out. Here's Plazibat. Looks up, looks for runners. Oh, Anders Applin with a good cover up against Hafiz Noor. Hafiz will fancy his chances in a foot race up against Applin. Clementio, as mentioned in the pre-match interview, has a great off-the-field relationship with Stipe Plazibat, but no friends when the whistle is blown, that's for sure. Akari to Quack. Chance for Saifullah, perhaps. Blocked, good defending. A combination between Machel and Fabian Kwok. Sailors with plenty of possession early on. Quack. Again, Plazibat, always an option, coming deep. And Zach Anderson not sure whether he should stay or go. And the movement of Plazibat causing some issues early on. Shadan. Akari. Short to Arshad. Shadan again, one touch, a smart ball to Plazibat. And Mitchell was sharp into the tackle. Tan tries to play it out to no foul. Has to be careful, can't lose it there. And they win possession back, Sailors. And they're piling under pressure. Sustained possession by the home side. Shadan. Directing traffic. We'll go to Akari. Blocked down by Farhan, but that's your winger almost playing as a left back. Yamazaki. Thought of going for goal. Shadan to Akari. Can he get a cross in this time? Onto his left. He gets a good one in. Well, looked to be a good one if someone really attacked it. Plazibat was waiting it at the far post. Easy claim for Ridwan Barudan, and he will just take his time here to just ease the pressure on his side. Applin. Just try and play it out. Shawal does well to hold it up. Runners off the ball. Here's Nazrul. Furthest player ahead. Waiting for support from Norfal, who's in the area. Just didn't really have any option. Nazrul Nazari, he would try and chase back here. That'll be an interesting battle. Hafiz Noor up against Nazrul Nazari. Two speed merchants down the same wing. Akari. A good defensive shape, and Gabriel Quack coming off into midfield to collect. Played plenty of football in midfield for Warriors FC. So not a position that is alien to Gabriel Quack. Hafiz Noor just waiting. They're frustrating the Sailors well here in the opening 10 minutes. Hougang United is sitting deep and inviting the pressure. And they know with their front three, they have the pace to hurt the Sailors' defense if they do get it right. Saifullah. You just see Mitchell and Kwok just waiting for the opportunity to pounce on any mistake like that one. And here's the speed I'm talking about. Farhan, can he get ahead here of Tajali? Crunching challenge. Just a glimpse of the game plan of Hougang United, soaking and striking when they get the opportunity here. Farhan has been in good form since the restart. Just a little bit too heavy on this touch, and Tajali just around the cover. He gets it out of the danger zone. A throw will go Hougang United's way. Hafiz Sujat, who recently celebrated his 30th birthday. Seems to have been in the local game forever. Penny, for your thoughts, Sorel Vidma. And perhaps a pattern of the game with the scoreline still 0-0. The Sailors with plenty of possession. Hougang United looking to pounce whenever they get the opportunity. Farhan keeps it in play. Still with Farhan. Hafiz looking for options. Shawal presents an option. We'll find Farhan Zulkifli. Farhan with a hopeful ball into the area. Hit more in hope than anything, but second ball to Norfal. Onto his left foot. Deflection, and it will go for a corner to Hougang United. Nice quick feet by Norfal Azman. The option wasn't on for the right foot. Switched it to his left and wins a corner for his side. It's a hopeful ball, but they just couldn't get the clearance right. Lion City Sailors cut inside there. Nakiuddin got the shot away, deflection. And Charlie Mitchell will trot over to the far side to take this right-footed outswinger into the area. 5 orange shirts await this. The big threats is, of course, Anderson, Tan and Aplin. Can he find one of them? Goes near post. Tan comes off his shoulder more than anything. Easy claim in the end for Hassan Sani. Long ball. Over the head of Nazrul Nazari, whether he meant that or not. Finds his way all the way through to Ridwan Barudin. Interesting to see that the two captains today are goalkeepers. Leading the charge from the back. Hafiz to Farhan, that's quick feet, tries to get away from Akari. And free kick to Hougang, which they waste. Well, you do suspect if it was perhaps a little later on in the game, Akari could have been in danger of getting a yellow card. No pressure on the back line of the Sailors when they do get possession. They have plenty of freedom here. Akari. Yamazaki. Almost exclusively just waiting for the Sailors to come into the final third before they put the press. They're not bothered here, even in midfield in their own half. Very tactical game. Gabriel Quack with a nice touch outside of his foot. They try to combine. And Ridwan Barudin will claim as Arshad just gets seen out there. Ridwan's kick. Well, not dealt with by Yamazaki. And Nakyudin on the cover. Perhaps the pitch, a little bit of a concern for Yamazaki. It's twice now that it's not really dealt with those kind of situations. Here is Shawa. Gets out of a tight space to Fabian Kwok. Plays it back to Zach Anderson. Here's Tan. A right-footed centre-back playing at left centre-back. Always difficult to find the out ball there for Lionel Tan. Here is Tan, and just too much weight on the pass by Anderson, and they give away possession cheaply. Sailors in possession, taken by Kwak, the throw to Akari. Shadan. Nakyudin. Hafizno will look to cut in. Likes a strike from this distance. Hafizno, he scored some spectacular goals, cutting in from the left onto his right, and not on that occasion. I always know what he's trying to do. Always trying to get it onto his right. And Mitchell just coming out at the right time. Just close him down, put the pressure on, force the early shot, and that goes wide. Well, Indian, that's turned out to be a good goal kick by Ridwan Barudin. No foul. Can't keep it in place. Been pretty tepid in the first 16 minutes here. No real big chance by either side. Plenty at stake, of course. With second and third today not in action, a chance to move up the table. Akari onto his left. Farhan Zulkifli pushing him onto his left, preventing the cross. Again, it's that low block from Hougang United that's causing all the problems here. And the Sailors have yet to find the key to unlock in this defense. A five-man defense when defending. Hafiz Sujad and Nazrul Nazari will make up part of that back five, as had a glimpse of Fidaus Kasim with all that experience in Thailand and Laos. Assisting Clement Teo for Hougang United this season. Shadan. I've seen plenty of the ball in the opening stages here, Sharan Sulaiman. And can they make it count with all this possession? Saifullah. Akari, again, shown onto his left foot. Sharan, first time. Just looking for Gabriel Kwek. Tangle between Akari and Farhan. Decision goes the way of the home side. Akari has done well to establish himself as a right back. Started as a central midfielder in his early days. Shadan. Plazibat lurking at the back post. Nazrul will keep this in play. Played down the line, can't find no foul. Possession straight back to the Sailors. Hafiz No. Have to be so patient here. Shadan looking for a strike from distance. It took a couple of bounces before it found its way to Ridwan, but comfortable save in the end by the captain for the day. But he had so much space in front of him, it was worth an effort. Always awkward when it does bounce right in front of the goalkeeper, but decent hands in the end by Ridwan. Well, Zach Anderson, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but that's the beauty of perhaps not having any fans. You can hear the instructions being laid out by teammates. And just telling Shawa, don't bother pressing, get back into position. Plazibat. Always a sign of a frustrated striker when he comes deep to collect. Nakyudin. Hafiz. Shadan. Give it a quick one touch. And they're looking for that. Tajali does well to escape from Shawal. Saifullah. Again, from distance, he has a go, Saifullah Akbar. Well, 2 times now, and perhaps that is the best route to goal for the Sailors. The Cheetahs just inviting pressure. And they won't mind that at the moment. Not really troubling Ridwan from distance. And look at the time afforded to Saifullah Akbar. Perhaps not known for his long-range shooting, but certainly with Shadan Sulaiman around, it is an option from far. But definitely Hougang United with the game plan of limiting the space in the final third. That kick goes straight out of play. Wasted possession. Interesting to see the possession stats for the first 20 minutes. Pretty sure it's 65–70% for Lion City Sailors, if not more. Yamazaki with the freedom of Bishan Stadium. Hafiz Noor. Again, cutting onto his right. Quack. Back to Hafiz, to Plazibat. Akari clips one to the far post. Header comes in. Doesn't really trouble Ridwan. Saifullah Akbar will be pleased just to have one header at the back post. Not known for his heading ability. A decent build-up. Might fancy his chances against Nazrul Nazari. Saifullah having a good run of games with the Sailors this season and has impressed. Was excellent in the game against Albrecht Niigata, especially in the second half when they came back from 2-0 down to level it up 2-2, and in dramatic fashion losing it with the last kick of the game at Jurong East Stadium. It was very much playing in a more attacking role. With the loss of Song Yeong today, needs must for the Sailors, and Saifullah with a little bit more of a withdrawn role. Akari. Shadan, one touch to Gabriel Quack. He tries to turn Tan, but that's a rock in defense, Lionel Tan. Took a deflection on the way out, and that will be a throw to the Cheetahs. And they will take their time with this. Hafiz to Kwok with the return pass. Farhan. Nice flick to Hafiz Sujat. They've worked it well down the left. Hafiz Sujat now taking on Tajali with strong defending. A chance for the cross. Interesting one. Yamazaki got his head in the way. Just ran out of space there. Saifullah, and gives it back. Tan. To Hafiz. Sharp defending by Akari. Foot in. Well, no goals here. We're hearing no goals so far in the match between Tampines Rovers and Young Lions. The Stags have the chance to open up a 4-point gap at the top of the table with victory today against the Young Lions, of course heavily favoured. Oh, here's a chance for Plazibat. He's asking for handball of Nazrul Nazari. Referee Ahmad Akasha isn't phased. It was just a hopeful ball that Plazibat got onto the end of. It was Gabriel Quack. It was a searching ball, not dealt with by Aplin. Oh, did it come off? The hand of Nazrul Nazari, perhaps worth another look. There might have been something in there, you know. 0-0 as well between Tanjung Pagar and Geylang International. Here's a closer look. Oh, it did come off. Perhaps upper arm, shoulder from Nazrul. Well, definitely it will be a talking point if it does end goalless in this match. But that is the threat of Stipe Plazibat. Hasn't really been involved, but one good ball to him, and that's what he can create. Decent ball into the area. Hassan Sani comes out. Does well to claim. Tries to set Plazibat free. A strong challenge by Aplin. And we'll take a little break here in the 25th minute mark for a drinks break, which almost acts like a timeout as the boards come out for some tactical discussions. Good chance for the players to take on some fluids. I'm hearing we have a goal at OTH. Look at confirmation. It does seem that Tampines Rovers perhaps have taken the lead against Young Lions. We'll get confirmation of that. I hear it's Madu Mohana. First goal of the season has given Tampines Rovers the lead against the Young Lions after 25 minutes at OTH. 0-0 here between the Sailors and the Cheetahs. And Hasrin Jailani taking charge of Tanjung Pagar United against his good friend, former side Geylang International, and Matno Ali 0-0 there at Jurong East. The game's coming thick and fast in the AIA Singapore Premier League. It is the first night fixture since the restart, and it's good to have football back here in Singapore. Just by the center of the pitch, Plazibat is having a word here with referee Ahmad Akasha, and pretty certain it is about that handball incident. Decision was not given in the end, as Lion City Sailors struggle so far to break down this resilient Hougang United defense. Oh, we restart and Plazibat involved. Saifullah. Shadan. Kari, you're seeing plenty of the ball. Shadan. One touch by Saifullah. They try to quicken up the tempo, but they give it away. Bishan pitch cutting up already. Saifullah. Plazibat can't make it stick, but he might find Gabriel Quack. A good interception there by Tan. And Farhan. Oh, has to be careful, he can't lose it there, but good skill. Fantastic work by Farhan Zulkifli. And to find Shalwa Anwar. Here's Kwok. Well, under pressure, that is fantastic football under the circumstances by Hougang United. Really good football by them. Tan. Aplin. Now with some space down the right. Shawal down the center once again. Will take on Tajali. Cross-field ball is a dangerous one, looking for Hafiz Sujat in the area. Smashed into the face of Arsha Shamim, but Aurelio Vidma will be pleased with the commitment. Good defending on the cover. He'll wake up with a headache tomorrow, I'm sure. A good football by Hougang United. Throw in by Hafiz. Again, movement off the ball to Norfa. Oh, tries a little skill. Oh, unlucky for Hafiz Sujat, who wasn't expecting the ball to find him. He just couldn't sort his feet out, and that will go out for a goal kick to the Sailors, who take it quickly. Nakiuddin. A good combination between Plazibat and Hafiz Noor. Nakiudin. Shadan. Tight spaces, Plasibat, can he get a strike away? Finds Quack onto his left foot. Again onto his left foot, Gabriel Quack. Just can't get the strike away. Our late challenge on Farhan Zulkifli, and I will see the first yellow card of the match to Akari Abdullah. That is the frightening pace I was speaking about pre-match on Farhan Zulkifli. Still only a teenager, but one for the future. Well, he has to be careful now. Akari, his direct opponent. Oh, in fact, sorry, apologies, it is Shadan Sulaiman who gets the yellow card. Good work by Farhan Zulkifli to ease the pressure. With his speed, will frighten any defense in the SPL. Oh, another collision. Nazrul Nazari will just get a talking to on this occasion. Excellent first touch there by Hafiz Noor. Just try to escape the attention. Coming together, a free kick. Here's Plasibat. Just crowded out, and well, the thing about facing your former side, your teammates, your former teammates know all about your strength. Shadan battling away with Mitchell. Well, they know his quality, Plasibat, but well, having faced him several times in training, well, they know how to prevent it. Kwok looking for the runoff. Shawal, who was just playing on the shoulder of Tajeli, a better ball perhaps could have caused some problems. Just down by the touchline here, Hougang United perhaps thinking of an early change. Afiq Noor getting instructions by Fidaus Qasim. Shadan to Quack, can turn. Arshad. Shadan. Nice angle ball. Quack. Cleared by Tan. And you have to be so careful with the passes around the area. They need to get it spot on. They're getting closer, the Sailors. Plasibat. Well, interesting that Afiq Noor is getting some instructions. As that long ball tries to find Shalwa Anwar. They're looking for a decision. They're not going to get it here, Hougang United. Shadan looks for Plasibat to Saifullah. Oh, that was close. Almost releasing Hafiz Noor. Mitchell. Looking for Shawal, who rounds Hassan Sani and gives Hougang United the lead. Well, they just waltzed their way through, and Shawal Anwar with his second goal of the season. And the Cheetahs take the lead against the Sailors. Well, question marks on how he managed to get past the Sailors' defense so easily, beat the offside trap, rounded Hassan Sani, had the composure to find the net. Wasn't the easiest of angles there for Shaul Anwar, but Mitchell with a perfectly timed ball. Shaul Anwar beating the offside trap. And 1-0 to the Cheetahs. And it was all Lion City Sailors in the first 34 minutes. But one chance, one goal, bang, Shaul Anwar gives Hougang the lead. We'll have a closer look on that tight offside decision. Marginally on at first glance. Here is Arshad. Shadan clips it. You can see the idea waiting for the lurking Plazibat at the far post. I'm still coming to terms with the ease of how Hougang United just got through the Lion City Sailors' defense. We mentioned the speed of Shawal, and we saw it executed to perfection. And a similar setup, as mentioned, to the match against Tampines Rovers away at OTH, and we know the result of that one, and it's working a treat here at Bishan. Crossfield ball looking for Akari, just too much pace on that, and goal kick to the Cheetahs. Well, they have something to hang on now, and well, they were really defensive and soaking the pressure in the first 34 minutes. Well, you can expect them to be even more dogged in their approach with something to hang on to now, the Cheetahs. A reminder that a win here for Hougang United will see them go level on points with Albrechts and Ballister Khalsa. And it will be really tight at the top. Yamazaki was acting as a midfielder and had the tendency, while at Albrechts Niigata last season, to step into midfield for Keiji Shigetomi's side, so accustomed to this role. Shadan to Akari. Back to the Sailors, number 8, where Yamazaki is. That's your central defender. Tries to force it to Plazibat, who's well marshalled. They've only conceded the one goal in the 2 matches since the restart, Hougang United, so it's going to be tough for the Sailors to penetrate past them. Shawal and Major with a tackle on Saifullah. Just gets a word of warning there from referee Akasha. A committed challenge by the Englishman. It does prevent a counter as well. Have a closer look. I just tried to wrap his foot around to get the ball off the toe here of Saifullah. I just found the ankles instead. Here's Shadan's ball. Well, not really cleared well by Hafiz. Gets the header away, second time round. Saifullah, Shadan. Well, they need him more now so than ever. Plazibat can't find a way past Tan. Still in possession though for the Croat. Interesting ball, looking for Quack, and no nonsense. They do well to press from the front, Shawal. Defending from the front is so important, just eases the pressure off his fellow teammates. They win the throw-in as well in the process. 6 minutes to go until the break. And the Cheetahs with one real chance in this match and making it count. Farhan. Still with Farhan. Uses his body well. Uses the contact to win a free kick. Aurelio Vidma won't really panic. He has options off the bench. Adam Swandi, who was so influential when he came on against the Young Lions, an option. So is Haikal Pasha. And Izzy Shafiq, also an option. Some creativity, perhaps. Here's Applin. Oh, straight ball, looking for the run of Nazrul. Just needed some backspin on it. But the ball over the top, maybe in between the defense, will worry Aurelio Vidma. Here is Quack. Shadan. To Plazibat. Looking for a chance to get a shot away. Kwok will try and release Shawal. Foot race between him and Tajali. Well seen out there by Tajali Salamat. And another former warrior in the Lion City Sailors ranks. Plazibat down the left, taking on Norfal. And wins a corner for his side. An opportunity perhaps from a set-piece situation to level matters here at Bishan with 4 minutes to go to half-time. They have the set-piece master over it, Shadan Sulaiman. Shadan will go near post. Hit away by Norfal. Be another corner for the Sailors. Take two. Shadan once again. Near post once again. Norfal once again with the clearance. Farhan to Norfal. And they try to counter here through Nazrul. Held up by Saifullah, still in possession. Just looking for the run of Anders Applin, of all people, and Clementio suggesting that with the lack of options up front, he might push Applin into a striking position. And almost went and did that in that move for the Cheetahs. Applin did play as a forward for Geylang International. Shadan to Plazibat. Nakudin will keep this in play. Heavy touch. And Applin, no nonsense. Hafiz no. Shadan, can he deliver? Interesting ball into the area. Straight into the arms of Ridwan. He's been comfortable at the back for Hougang United. They've worked hard, but Ridwan hasn't really been tested except for several strikes from distance. Shadan looking to squeeze across onto the head of Plazibat. Big battle here between Shawal and Yamazaki, and the Japanese defender comes away with it. "90 seconds to the break." We understand there will be 2 minutes of time to be added on. Space here for Saifullah. Stipe comes deep. And Ridwan, well, perhaps would have been worried about being heavily employed in the first half up against the firepower of the Lion City Sailors, but it's been pretty easy. Hafiz, using his body well, wins the free kick as they just wind down the seconds here. Good experienced play there by Hafiz Sujat, putting his body in between ball and opponents. There's a battle between Aplin and Plazibat. Plazibat does well. And Aplin out of position. Can they make it count here? Nakiuddin waiting for support. And finds Plazibat. Akari. To Arshad. Oh, Shanks his cross. As we go into the 2 minutes of time added on at the end of this first half. Hafiz. And he'll just need to keep the ball here. Hougang United. Patience being shouted out from the bench. Aplin. Oh, nice touch there by Nazrul looking for no foul. Yamazaki wins it back. Can they create a chance here before half-time? Quack with time. Strike coming off Zach Anderson. A good work rate by Gabriel Quack to win it back for the Sailors. Shadan. And just wrong foots Arshad, who was making the run in. Manages to find Akari. Deep cross. Oh, they can't make it count. Hafiz Noor at the back stick. Gets the header, but can't find the target. Decent ball in by Akari. Too high for Plazibat. I think he had a call, in fact, by Hafiz Noor. Just can't direct it. And doesn't trouble Ridwan. Ridwan with the restarts. Yamazaki losing track of the ball. Eventually gets it. As they try to launch one final attack, perhaps. Lion City Sailors. They've huffed and they've puffed. They're really troubling Hougang United, and that is easily dealt with by Zach Anderson. And that's the final bit of action of the first half. Here at Bishan Stadium, Hougang United with one real opportunity in the half through Shawa Anwar, and he made no mistake. Lion City Sailors with the bulk of possession, but they haven't really been able to penetrate past a very stout Hougang United defense. Halftime here at Bishan, the Sailors 0, Hougang United 1. Well, the big storyline today was Stipe Plazibat coming up against his former side, but perhaps his former strike partner is the one taking the headlines at halftime here at Bishan Stadium. Lion City Sailors 0, Hougang United 1, courtesy of a goal by Shawal Anwar after 34 minutes, breaking the offside trap, rounding Hassan Sani and slotting into the empty net from an acute angle, or a difficult one at least for Shawal Anwar. The Sailors, who had plenty of possession throughout the half, but they were restricted to long-range efforts like that one by Shadan Sulaiman. The game plan by Hougang United to sit back and soak the pressure, allowing shots from distance, and Shadan Sulaiman with a fizzer. But easy enough for Ridwan Barudin. Shadan has been involved in plenty of moves for the Sailors, just trying to orchestrate a move that will break down the Hougang United defense. The likes of Saifullah also trying their luck from distance, and Hougang United won't mind that. That's the game plan, as long as they don't really find a way through to Stipe Plazibat, or find a way down the wings and get a cross in. They'll be happy with allowing shots from distance, and if it's a worldie, then they'll have their hands up and say, well done. But at the moment, they've been doing well. Another chance for Lion City Sailors. Again, look at the Hougang United defense, packing it in the area. This header coming in at the back stick by Saifullah Akbar, and he'll fancy his chances in an aerial duel with Nazrul Nazari. They worked it well from left to right. Akari just floating one in. Saifullah can't find the target. Here is the big moment, and Charlie Mitchell with an easy ball to Shawal Anwar. He rounds Hassan Sani, question mark on offside or not. But just like that, Hougang United take the lead. Oh, marginal, really. It's so tight. Perhaps the right decision in the end. Not the easiest of angles, but he kept his composure there. Shawal Anwar. And was doing all the hard running in front, and you just have to see how long it took for his teammates to celebrate with him, because that's how far he was in front of everyone. But great run, great timing, and great composure. Shawal Anwar with his second goal of the season. It was just the one big chance they had in the first half. They piled on the pressure, looking for a response. Again, back post, another decent ball in by Akari Abdullah. This time Hafiz Noor with the header. But Ridwan Barudin, besides that shot in by Shadan Sulaiman midway through the first half, hasn't really been troubled. It's been comfortable for the Hougang United captain. Most of the attacks coming via the Sailors' right with crosses in and looking for Plazibat. So here are the stats, and Sailors with plenty of shots, as you can see. Just haven't found any gilt-edge chances that we can speak about. And Hougang United with just 3 shots, 2 on target, but they made it count through Shawal Anwar. 2 corners, 2-1 for the Sailors. No offsides, just the 1 yellow card for Lion City Sailors to Shadan Sulaiman. Well, 2 other games happening in the AIA Singapore Premier League as well. And half-time at OTH, Tampines Rovers can extend the lead at the top of the table to 4 points, and they are 1-0 up over the Young Lions, courtesy of a goal by Madu Mohana. And at Jurong East, Tanjung Pagar United with Hasrin Jailani facing his former side and very good friend Matno Ali. No goals in that one. And Tanjung Pagar United looking for another point to just push them up the table a little bit further. 0-0 there at Jurong East. So Plazibat with 4 goals as a Lion City Sailor, struggling to find any service of note. And he'll be looking for much better service in the second half. A reminder that Lion City Sailors have scored 11 goals in the 3 matches since the restart. So they promise goals, and will we see them hit the back of the net in the second half? You do join us for that, as a fascinating second half awaits us. Reminder of the halftime score here at Bishan Stadium. Lion City Sailors 0, Hougang United 1. We're back at Bishan Stadium for this big encounter between Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. The Cheetahs leading the Sailors by 1-0 at halftime, courtesy of a Shawal Anwar goal. And we were talking about perhaps the changes that Lion City Sailors can make in the second half. So much talent on the bench. And could perhaps bring on the likes of Adam Swandi, Haikal Pasha, or Istin Shafiq as they search for a goal. But we do believe that Hougang United perhaps will make the first change of the match, and Afiq Noor was in constant discussion with assistant coach Fidaus Kasim throughout the first half, and it is likely that the Cheetahs will make the first change of the match. Can't find a player that has performed badly for Hougang United in that first half. They've defended really well as a team, really stuck to the tactical game plan set out by Clementio and his coaching staff. So it'll be interesting to see when the change does arrive, who it will be to make way. No player sitting on a yellow card, so reason to make an enforced change for that reason alone. But we await further news down by the touchline. And Noor Rahman giving instructions to his charges there. Assistant coach of Lion City Sailors did take charge of Home United as they were known back season. It was a really stop-start campaign for them in terms of head coaches. Started with Saswadi Matadasuki. Noor Rahman then took charge on an interim basis. Then came in Radi Avramovic, who sadly had to leave. And then Noor Rahman saw out the season with Home United. And big ambitions here for the Sailors, with big investment and perhaps looking for a title that has eluded the club since 2003. Two-time winners of the Singapore Premier League back in 99 and in 2003. Well, they need to turn it around if they are going to make a big charge for it in 2020. No changes from the Sailors, but we do expect, and it is Afiq Noor, who was warming up extensively during the first half and during the break. And he will come on. Afiq Noor, known for being a big midfield battler. And he will come on for Naufal Azman. Oh, Naufal has worked hard for the cause. But perhaps a tactical change here. Well, they're lining up as if it is a like-for-like change. Afiq Noor playing as part of the front three for Hougang United. So it will be Afiq, Shawal and Farhan perhaps. We'll see how it develops as the game wears on. But the Sailors, to get us underway with big signing, Plazibat to kick us off in their white strip, attacking from right to left. And they need a response here in the second half. Quack playing in a much more central role at the start of the second half. Almost playing off Stipe Plazibat. Yamazaki. Nakiuddin. We do expect the same from the first half. Plenty of possession from the Sailors as Sharan plays it out to Akari. First time cross is a disappointing one and goes out of play. Perhaps Afiq Noor brought in to add in a little bit more steel occasions for Lion City Sailors and perhaps brought on to track those runs. Afiq Noor, who has the ability to go forward as well. A good substitute to bring on. Naufal Azman can count himself unlucky to be brought off. Free kick will go Hougang United's way. Mitchell will look to take charge of it. Or just leaves it. Tan quickly out to Hafiz Sujat. Early ball in. No nonsense by Tajali. Hougang United will be happy at playing the pace of the game at this tempo. Just slow it down as much as possible. And since they are controlling the game at the moment, I'm sure Lion City Sailors will look to raise it up and provide wave after wave of attack. But kudos to Hougang United so far. Mitchell. Good ball to Afiq Noor. Hafiz, good combination. Afiq with his left foot wins the corner. A nice football by the Cheetahs. They'll just take their time here. Hougang United, Shawal Anwar. Looks like he will take this set piece. Can go short to Mitchell if he like. Three centre backs up for Hougang. I'll go all the way back here to Nazrul Nazari. Doesn't really work out for them on that occasion, and the Sailors can go on the counter here. Saifullah. Oh, good defending there by Lionel Tan. You do feel for the centre-backs who came up expecting a delivery and just have to make a way back into the defensive position. Nakiuddin with a good flick on here to Hafiz Noor. Nakyuden looking for the return ball. Oh, can't keep it in play. They just left the runner there, playing with fire, but Nakyuden just couldn't keep it in play. They started the move, Nakyuden made the underlap. Afiq didn't really track the run as best as he could, but just too much on the ball for Nakyuden. Nazrul to Machel. Shahwal has run the wings and run the channels really well. He's taking a break on that occasion. Shadan. Just like to play the football a little bit further up. Ball kept in play by Arshad. Tajeli. Again, plenty of time. Goes out wide. Akari. Shadan. Looks for Plazibat. Oh, nice reading by Anderson. And he's won that battle so far against Plazibat. Farhan. Here's the pace of Farhan Zulkifli. Still with Farhan. Afiq Noor. Can he get a good cross in? Shawal is waiting for it. Farhan. Oh, tried to squeeze it through to Nazrul. That's easily dealt with. And the Sailors can't take advantage of that. Hafiz Noor tripping. It is a tricky turf. The pitch is really cutting up and is really soft underneath, and the players finding it really difficult to keep their footing. Heavy downpour the past couple of days here in Singapore. Perhaps troubling the players who may not be wearing those metal studs. Hafiz Noor will take charge of this free kick. In swinger with the right foot. Yamazaki, Quack, Plazibat awaits the delivery. To the far post by Hafiz Noor. Zach Anderson, no nonsense header away. Ridwan Barudin perhaps thinking he could have claimed that. The big defender not taking any chances. Ridwan looking to punch it away. Corner Sailors. Shadan to deliver for the umpteenth time in this match. Can they make it count? Deep ball, again, a Hougang United hit. First to it. Offside flag on Plazibat. Well, they have a big backline, Hougang United, but Vidma will be wondering why is no one attacking these set-piece situations. Too easy. The likes of Aplin, Tan, and Anderson will eat those up all day long, especially with no real pressure on them. Yamazaki, Shadan. And they move forward here, the Sailors. Everything coming through. Shadan Sulaiman. Shaul Anwar with a high foot first time. Knocks into Nakyuden second time. And a referee blowing in favor of the Sailors. They're in a rush here. Through Shadan. Ball comes in through Arshad. Ridwan punches it away. No Sailor looking for that second ball. A bit sharper at the moment, Hougang United. But still, wave after another wave, and this is how they want it. Lion City Sailors, can they just break open this Hougang United defense? Afiq. Oh, loses out. Hafiz wins the ball back against Nazrul. Here is Machel. Looking for a similar ball that set Shaul Anwar away for that first goal. Now they favor this right side, that's for sure, the Sailors. Shadan. Nakyuden. from distance. Hafiz loose touch and he's out of position now. A chance to get a cross in. Saifullah's ball into the area, looking for Plazibat. Still in play. Aplin was tracking the run all the way. Good work by Nazrul to get past Hafiz. Nazrul tugged back a little, stays on his feet. Nazrul kicks it off against Hafiz Noor. Interesting ball in. Aplin striking Plazibat the entire way, and his presence perhaps just put off the 31-year-old. Shawal, who's looked really sharp today. Commentator's curse. See, he runs it out of play. Tajeli. Again, down the right for the home side. Have to be patient. Akari. Just lacking that inspiration at the moment. Lion City Sailors. Shadan. Gabriel Quack tries the reverse ball. Just the lack of understanding with Saifullah, but good idea. Shadan. Akari. Another ball into the area, another ball dealt with by the Hougang United defense. And Afiq Noor comes away with it. Tries to release Shawal. And Arshad and Akari almost exchanging positions at the moment. Here's Gabriel Quack. Out wide, Akari lays it off to Arshad. Saifullah. Shadan. Can't break through this orange wall. And again, defended well by Hougang United. Really impressive. You have to say Clement Teo has got them really well drilled. A big problem for them before the COVID break was conceding goals. You can tell what they've been working on during the 6-7 months without football. I do feel it will take something spectacular to break the deadlock for Lion City Sailors. Or a mistake. Nazrul goes long. That's not really the ball that Shawal wants to deal with. Big physical battle up against likes of Tajeli and Kaishu Yamazaki. Saifullah out wide here to Akari. And it is wave after wave of Sailor attack. Plazibat, surrounded by 3 Hougang players, still maintains possession. Shadan. Gabriel Quack. And just the sheer numbers at the back for Hougang United. Shadan. Gabriel Quack. So neat and tidy, but they can't find a penetrative pass. And here's Farhan. A nice reading of the game by Tajeli. Goes for goal. Again, another shot from distance. Doesn't find the target, doesn't trouble Ridwan Barudin. Speculative effort by Tajeli Salamat. First change coming up for Lion City Sailors, Adam Swandi. It's really good to see him back in action after an injury nightmare. And we're talking about some inspiration. Can he perhaps provide that? Hearing it might be Arshad Shamim who will be replaced. Just trying different personnel at this moment. They have plenty of the ball, Lion City Sailors. Have not been able to penetrate. Quack, Shadan. One touch around the area, cleared by Lionel Tan. And here is that change. And Arshad will be taken off. Adam Swandi, who already has one goal. Scored it last time out against the Young Lions. And an assist as well. Straight away on the ball. Well, strength in depth. That's what they have here, the Sailors. Good bunch of individuals. You just need to click as a team. Shadan with a strike! And what a goal that is by Shadan Sulaiman! Well, a stroke of inspiration. And that's what they needed. And Shadan Sulaiman has delivered. A couple of times now he's been invited to shoot from range. No one closing him down. An incredible strike past the reach of Ridwan Barudin on the hour mark, and the Sailors are back in this. They were queuing up, but he took a shot from full 30 meters away. Fist the shots, and you have to say, that's incredible technique from one of the best players here in the AIA Singapore Premier League. Oh, game on here at Bishan. Oh, he wins it back cleanly here. Hafiz Noor, they won the free kick. Hafiz has switched to the right, Adam down the left. Oh, I did say earlier, as Saifullah tries to find a way through, cross comes in. It's a deep one. Adam should keep this in play, and does. With the footwork. Shadan, Gabriel Quack, Plazibat to Gabriel Quack. Tries to force his way through, Tan gets away with it. Shadan once again. Mitchell comes out to close him down this time. Shadan. Quack. A quick one touch around the area. So difficult to defend against once they quicken the tempo. Shadan. Still. Curry. Cross comes in. Hit it away, still danger. And Ridwan Barudin claims it and will just release Shawal Anwar. It's a good first touch here by Shawal. Tries to hold up play for the Cheetahs. A good forward play. Excellent work there by Shawal. Kwok to Tan. A different feel to the match now. And Hafiz Sujat has plenty of time on the ball, looking for Shawal. Oh, took a slight nick on the way through to Shawal. Oh, plenty of space for Hafiz Sujat. Good ball into that corridor of uncertainty. Just couldn't get his toes on that. Shawal. But it will be a corner to Hougang. He is a lively character, Shawal Anwar, but his goal has been cancelled out by Shadan Sulaiman. Mitchell will deliver from the right. Hassan comes out, punches it away. Lionel Tan tries to get a touch on it. Still alive. Shot comes in. What a save. Hassan Sani. Smart save. Down to the left to just turn it around the post. Not a clean save in the first instance. And made amends for it. It was Fabian Kwok who had the snapshot, but Hassan Sani had his wits about him. Corner once again to the Cheetahs through Charlie Mitchell. Almost comes onto the head of Fabian Kwok. Aplin will keep this in possession for the Cheetahs up against Tajeli. Aplin cuts onto his left. Well defended. Tajeli stayed on his feet, so important for a defender not to commit until he's sure. Corner on the other end. And Hafiz Sujat will make his way. The usual suspects are up. Aplin, Tan, Anderson. Ball comes in looking for Zachary Anderson. Plazibat gets a head on it. Kwok battling away with Saifullah. Possession here to Adam Swandi. And backtracking is Nazrul Nazari. Adam holds up play, waiting for options. Adam running into a cul-de-sac, wins a throw for his side. Shadan. Quack. Saifullah can turn, can shoot. Comes off Anderson. Hafiz Sujat should keep this in play for Hougang. Well, almost certain that it might have been a corner. Assistant referee flags for a goal kick. Hafiz Sujat, not sure why he didn't just hack it away. Pressure being piled on here. 66 minutes gone. Here's the goal scorer, Shadan Sulaiman. To deliver. And Nazrul gets a hit on it. Farhan. Adam down the left. He's taking on Tan onto his right foot. That's dealt with. Well, that's the most obvious yellow card you'll see this season. Saifullah just stopping the counter by Nazrul, and he will go into the book. And Nazrul using his speed, and Saifullah just didn't want him to get away, taking one for the team. Here's Shadan once again to Quack. All the Singapore international teammates have struck a good understanding. They've exchanged several passes throughout this match. They've unlocked the Hougang United door once. They need to do it again. Shadan with a nice ball here to Gabriel Quack. Oh, did come off the referee, Ahmad Akasha. We'll start with a drop ball here to Lion City Sailors. Out wide to Akari. Hafiz Noor. Just trying to fashion a chance to get a cross in. Saifullah tries to go for goal. Tried to whip it into the far post. Had the idea. Ridwan not troubled by that effort. 2 minutes until we go into the second of the water break here. Stipulated water breaks in the amendments to the laws of the game for the rest of the 2020 season. Reminder that 5 substitutes can be brought on per team. Fazibat with a late challenge, tried to regain possession, but eclipsed Afiq Noor. has found it difficult today. Plazibat has been well marshalled by the Hougang backline. There's still plenty of time, and you can't write him off. He is the top scorer for a reason. I do feel if he gets a chance, more often than not, he'll put it away. Good defending by Adam. Shawal to Adam. Yamazaki. And they will play it out of trouble here, Lion City Sailors. Onto the right. But there is space here for Hafiz Noor. Quack looking for the return pass. Still in Lion City Sailors' possession. Saifullah. And Akiuddin. Been quiet in the second half. Akari. Gabriel offering the option in support. Shadan. Akari with opportunity to clip a ball to the far post. Looking for Adam, who gets a header. Well, under pressure from Nazrul. They can't find the target. We have a goal update coming to you from the Jurong East Stadium as we see a replay of this Adam Swandi header. Tanjung Pagar United 0, Geylang International 1. Khairul Nizam putting the Eagles ahead. Eagles looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. Yamazaki, poor pass. Mitchell can't keep possession, and the pitch is causing some issues for the players, just losing their footing. Hafiz Noor up against namesake Hafiz Sujad. Shadan. Plazibat, Quack. Try to quicken the tempo here. Akari. Saifullah. Akari goes down. Shadan with a strike. Look for the curler. Yellow card. It's a late one as well. Going to Farhan Zulkifli for the challenge on Akari in the build-up. We'll have a closer look here of the foul and the opportunity. He just stood on his toes at the end and Shadan with the strike. Already with one long distance goal. Well, here is the water break, as mentioned. And perhaps an opportunity to have a look at the goal from Shadan Sulaiman. As Lion City Sailors look to bring on Haikal Pasha and Izdin Shafiq. Here is the goal. They backed off and backed off here, Hougang United. Shadan Sulaiman. Well, what a shot. It's so good to have that technique and the confidence to go for goal from range, and they were looking for something spectacular here, Lion City Sailors, to get themselves back into the game, and they found it through Shadan Sulaiman. Two changes coming up for the Sailors. Haikal Pasha ready to come on. Does seem it is for Hafiz Noor. And Izdin Shafiq will replace Saifullah Akbar. Saifullah on a yellow card. Oh, strong midfield of Shadan Sulaiman and Izdin Shafiq. Once upon a time, a national team central midfield duo. Ball will come in here looking for Plazibat as we have a look at Izdin. That will just roll to Ridwan Barudin's feet. You do feel with the strength that Lion City Sailors have, just confirmation of the midfield of Adam Swandi, Shadan Sulaiman, Izdin Shafiq, Gabriel Quack, up front Stipe Plazibat. You have match winners, and they need a match winner. And don't write Hougang United off just yet. Nazrul with the throw here to Afiq. Can he roll Nakiuddin? Still with Afiq, no, good turn. You have to be careful in the area here. Afiq to Nazrul. Challenge comes in from Adam. He gets a cross in. Cleared by Tajali. Kwok wins it back for Hougang. Well, loose ball. And Gabriel Quack, can he get it past Zachary Anderson? Good defending in the end by the big defender. A bit fragmented now, the midfield of both sides as tired legs come into effect. And a short turnaround in matches for both clubs. The squad rotation so important, hence the need in the new rules for 5 substitutions. But set up nicely here in the final 15 minutes. Pasha. Izdin. Can't squeeze a pass through. Akari to Gabriel Quack. Plazibat. Shadan clips it to Haikal Pasha. Good defending there by Farhan Zulkifli. Tried to keep it in play, just went out. Well, we just seen Lion City Sailors make a double change. Hougang to make a double change of their own very, very shortly. As Aplin deals with the situation expertly. It gives it away. Nakiuddin to Shadan. Still with Shadan with the strike. Ooh, close. And just pushed away there by Ridwan Barudin. A nervy moment, and you would have thought they would have learned their lesson by now and not giving Shadan the space to take a shot. Charlie Mitchell, the closest to Shadan Sulaiman. Perhaps just put him off at the end. It did take a slight deflection on the way, and Ridwan had to push it away. Corner comes in. Headed away by an orange shirt. Tan to Farhan. Still with Farhan. A decent ball looking for Shawal. Hassan has come out to deal with the danger. A good reading by the Singapore international goalkeeper. Shawal, plenty of space down the right. Can link up with Afiq Noor if he chooses. Takes on Tajali. Still with Shawal. Mitchell can turn. Mitchell already with an assist. Afiq Noor, ball in. Good defending. Izdin can't get it away cleanly. Cleared by Tajali. Justin Hui and Maksat Jaki Baliev preparing to come on for the Cheetahs. And they'll make the change now. And Hafiz Sujat will come off for Maksat Jaki Baliev. And Justin Hui looks like he will replace Charlie Mitchell. Mitchell does seem to be struggling with an injury. He's had plenty of football recently. Charlie Mitchell. And just limping heavily, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Nazul Stroh to Afiq. Tries to play in the substitute Justin Hui. Gabriel Quack with a turn on Lionel Tan. Plazibat. Adam with the switch. And first touch here for Maksat Jakibaliev. Ridwan with the clearance. A decent ball out to Farhan Zulkifli. Sailors in a rush into the final 10 minutes of the match. Shadan. It's Haikal Pasha. Farhan Zulkifli has been one of the outstanding players in this match, has done well going forward and has done his defensive duties. Oh, they worked it well here. Cross comes in. Committed challenge by Jakibaliev. Still alive. And that will go out for a throw. Beg your pardon for to Hyatt Minds out there. I do feel that how from home as that challenge, a strong one, is penalized, and Tajali will get a yellow card. Oh, I can't believe it here. The centre back. On Shawal Anwar, a big coming together. Shawal seems to be struggling. Just limps away. He's done good work, Shawal Anwar. In contention for man of the match, I'm sure. Oh, quick free kick taken, looking for Justin Hui. Can he find someone in the area? Comes off Yamazaki. Well, I did say that Hougang would be pleased with a point. A yellow card will go Justin Hui's way. The substitute just on for time wasting. Here's Jakibaliev. Just keeping possession. Up against Akari. A mismatch there. Heavyweight against featherweight. Farhan. Here's Nazrul with the strike. No real pace. And Justin Hui just trying to delay Hassan. Isdin switches here to Adam. Here is Adam, here for Adam Swandi. Isdin. Clipball looking for Haikal Pasha. Lionel Tan. Not waiting for his keeper to claim. Gabriel Quack. Still with Gabriel. Shadan. Gabriel. Keeping possession well. Akari. To Isdin. Oh, flat ball dealt with by Afiq. Goes back to Isdin. Akari. Deeper ball to Adam. To Afiq, no, they're asking for handball. Second ball, Afiq comes in. More committed in the challenge. Oh, no time to have a look at the handball incident. Kaishu Yamazaki coming forward, still with Yamazaki. Ball in the air, dealt with by Tan. Akari. Oh, flat ball. Just tired legs perhaps from Akari. Hui. Afiq. Nazrul. Well, Shawal's first touch today, and his general gameplay has been excellent. Akari, a former Hougang United player, makes way. In comes Faisal Roslan. Faisal slots into, well, here's the look at the earlier handball appeal. Faisal will go centre back with Yamazaki Tajeli right back. They win it back, the home side. Adam looking for Plazibat, just clip the heels there of the 31-year-old Aplin. Hui, Chach, can't find Shawal. First involvement for Faisal as he brings Tajeli forward here. Oh, no secret, they're looking for Plazibat, but with those three giants at the back, it's always going to be difficult for the Sailors. Sloppy defensive play, costing Hougang. 4.5 to go. Shadan with the corner to Gabriel Quack. Gabriel's delivery is a delicious one. Good header by Aplin. Faisal Roslan, cleared off the line by Aplin. Great defensive work by Aplin. And plenty of tire legs here, and you just sense with 4 minutes to go, they're hanging on Hougang. Nakiuddin. Adam up against Nazrul. Throw in to the Sailors. Now here's another look. Delicious ball whipped in here by Gabriel Quack. Aplin with a strong header there. And standing on the line, gets it away. And how important can that tackle be at the end of the match? Isdin, diagonal ball, look. But Ridwan will take as long as he is allowed to. Oh, good touch there by Shawal. He's really impressed today. Playing lone role up front. Has eaten up valuable seconds. Justin Hui. Afiq is onside. Hui. Afiq. Not really forcing it. But they play well between themselves here. Hui and Afiq. Now the clearance comes in. Plazibat does well to keep it in play. Kwok plays it back to Anderson. And they will go home all the way to Ridwan. Flick comes in. Yamazaki will mop up. Into the final 2 minutes plus added time. Isdin. Flick by Plazibat to Adam. Now looking for some inspiration by Adam Swandi to Plazibat. Through the legs of Kwok to Shadan. Shanks a strike. And it will feel like a big blow to come away with just a point here. Lion City Sailors, despite coming down from a goal behind. But it will be 2 points dropped, I'm sure. Hougang looking to make one more change. And they will make it now. And Fabian Kwok has run his socks off in midfield. Has gone down with cramp, in fact, and Faiz Saleh is preparing to come on. In reality, a point does both sides no favors at all. The real winners would, in fact, be Albirex Niigata and Ballistic Khalsa, who are not in action today. And Tampines Rovers still leading against the Young Lions by a goal to nil. Extending their lead over second and third, if it remains the same, to 4 points. And after 6 games, having a 4-point gap, well, is that an ominous sign? Fai is on for Kwok as Isdin pushes his side forward. Adam, 4 minutes of time to be added on. Isdin can't keep the ball. Shawal will go himself here. Shawal Anwar tries to go past 2 players, wins the free kick. And Shawal Anwar, for my money, is a big contender for man of the match. With a goal, and just general play has been top class. Really excellent work by Shawal Anwar. Well, they've been hanging on, Hougang United. And we've seen plenty of sucker punches this season in the Singapore Premier League. Are we about to one here? Justin Hui to deliver. Near post, headed away by Shadan. Second ball, picked up here by Fa. Tame, wait to get rid as they move forward here. Pasha to Plazibat, clipped by Tan, who goes into the book. Akasha just waiting to jot down the yellow card. Tan in the book. Nakyudin to Quack. Inviting players to move forward here. Tajeli. A play back to Isdin. Isdin to deliver. Not dealt with by Aplin. Adam in the area. Adam Swandi. Zachary Anderson with a vision. Nakyudin Stro to Isdin. Faisal. Tajali. Another dangerous ball. Aplin. Header away. Just not hitting their mark with the crosses. Lion City Sailors. 90 seconds to play. Isdin. Nakyudin. Good skill. Chooses not to deliver. Isdin. Tries to find Gabriel Quack. Headed away. Look at his burst of pace here by Farhan Zulkifli. Shut up. Hougang in the game. Last chance saloon for a winner, perhaps. Haikal Pasha. Still with Haikal. Up against Zaki Baliev. Haikal Pasha in the area. Oh, goes down. They don't really appeal for the penalty. Faisal. Isdin. Onto his, with the strike of Zachary Anderson. They one handball. They will get a corner. And they will make the change here. And Farhan will come off. We're into additional time, additional time, into the 5th minute of time added on here. And Farhan will be stretched off. Well, it's now or never. Here's the chance. It just came off the back of Zachary Anderson. So Shadan to deliver as Shafiq Ghani comes on. They're queuing up in the area. To the near post, looking for Gabriel Quack. It was Adam Swandi, in fact, who got the final touch, and it is the final touch of the match as referee Ahmad Akasha blows the whistle on an absorbing encounter. 1-1, the final score. A scoreline that does not suit Lion City Sailors nor Hougang United, although Hougang United will be the more pleased of the two sides to come away from a tough encounter here with a point. Clement Teo, well, disappointed that they could not taking the lead, but a good point and a good night's work here at the Bishan Stadium for Hougang United, who took the lead in the first half through Shaul Anwar. Shadan Sulaiman with perhaps one of the goals of the season, a strike from range that fizzed past Ridwan Barudin in goal. Full-time score here at the Bishan Stadium. Lion City Sailors 1, Hougang United 1. It was a game played in good spirits. And Lion City Sailors will come away from this game with possession in the 70% mark, I'm sure. A majority of the ball. Unlucky to go despite dominating possession. As we have a look at the match highlights and just have a reminder of this in the second half. Shadan Sulaiman having a strike from distance. Hougang United not really closing down Shadan when he had possession of the ball, inviting the shots from range and perhaps thinking they could deal with those situations. Here was the opening goal after 34 minutes. Charlie Mitchell with an angled ball looking for Shaul Anwar, who beat the offside trap, rounded Hassan Sani and slotted into an open goal. They were under the cosh for the majority of the first half, but just with that one chance, borderline offside, perhaps the right decision in the end, but a great goal. And Shaul Anwar, my pick as man of the match in this particular encounter, put Hougang United 1-0 up. Charlie Mitchell playing a big part, a nice angled ball, good weight on it for the run of Shawal. Hassan Sani could do nothing about it, and Shawal slots for his second goal of the season. A reminder of that shot in the first half by Shadan. No one picking it up. Has a goal from distance, and what a strike to beat Ridwan Barudin. He needed something special to beat Ridwan in today's encounter, and it was a special strike from the returning Shadan Sulaiman into the first 11. And on the hour mark, Lion City Sailors level the scores 1-1. And big influence on the game was Shadan Sulaiman, to the joy of Aurelio Vidma. But Hougang didn't let their heads drop, and they had a chance here. Not a good claim in the first instance, but the snapshot here by Fabian Kwok. Hassan Sani does well to turn it around the post with his left hand. It's good goalkeeping by the Singapore international. Got back into position after that initial punch, and Fabian Kwok on his right foot. It's a snapshot turned away by Hassan Sani to keep the scores level. Lion City Sailors bulk of possession. Shadan Sulaiman, by the way, with another strike from distance. It took a deflection on the way through, and Ridwan Barudin needed to be really, really alert to handle this strike. Perhaps a little nick of Charlie Mitchell, but good save by Ridwan. And Anders Aplin with a big interception here to deny all 3 points to Lion City Sailors off the line. Good cross from the short corner by Gabriel Kwek. Aplin, first of all, with a big header. Then in his position on the line, yeah, prevents a goal for the Lion City Sailors, who have been a goal credited to Stipe Plazibat, who had the final touch, but he denies him at the death. What a game. Lion City Sailors with 21 shots on goal, 6 on target, just the 1 goal. Hougang United improved on the tally in the second half, 7 shots, 5 on target. The Sailors had plenty of corners, 7-5, just the 1 offside, and 3 yellow cards each for both sides. So confirmation of the full-time results across the Wednesday matches here in the AIA Singapore Premier League, and a big one for Tampines Rovers, who changed things around. They are 1-0 winners over the Young Lions and extend their lead at the top of the table to 4 points. Big win for Geylang International, snapping their 2-game losing streak over Tanjong Pagar United, and the points shared here at Bishan between Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. Confirmation, look at that. If you're a Tampines Rovers fan, you'll be delighted. 4-point gap over Albrechts Niigata and Ballister Khalsa. Geylang International up to 5th, a big win for them. And the point here doing no favours for Hougang United and Lion City Sailors. No change at the bottom as Tanjung Pagar and Young Lions both go down to 1-0 defeats. Big one coming up on the 7th of November, the Eastern Derby at OTH between Geylang International and Tampines Rovers. You can catch that live on this platform. A big one and one of the real rivalries that remain in Singapore football. At Bishan Stadium, Ballister Khalsa will take on Lion City Sailors. Ballister sitting very, very nicely in 3rd position. Lion City Sailors will hope to get a win on the board. And at Jurong East, a big one as well as Albrechts Niigata, who are 2nd in the table, will face off against Hougang United. The fixtures do not get kinder for the Cheetahs. It is another big one that they can look forward to at the Jurong East Stadium this coming Sunday. Hope you enjoy this particular encounter here at the Bishan Stadium. The points are shared between Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. Final score 1-1 here at Bishan.